Hey, I get it. Hey, being an introvert is hard. Okay, especially in like social environments and when you have to socialize. I get it because I am one. All right, I'm a professional homebody. I was and still am a professional homebody, like for real. And don't get me wrong, like it's not completely gone. Like I still get hella shy and I still get hella social anxiety. But the difference between now and then is I'm a lot more comfortable in the situation than I was before. Like before, I couldn't even talk to nobody. I'm gonna be completely real. And I'm only here and I'm only like this now because I've worked on it. And there's just some things that I did and maybe it could help you. And the first thing that I did was I started small. Like I started really small. I would just start with like a compliment or something, and that's it. Just a compliment and go. Like if somebody had a nice shirt on or something, I'll be like, "Hey, that's a nice shirt you got, bro, for real." And then I'll just keep it pushing. You know what I'm saying? But it has to be genuine though. It has to be genuine. Like if you see somebody with if you compliment somebody's hair or something and you say it's nice, but it looks like they just fucking rolled out of bed and they got electrocuted, they gonna know your ass is lying. Like it has to be genuine. Everything that you say and everything that you do has to be genuine. All right, because how would you feel if you know somebody's lying to you? Like even though you just rolled out of bed and somebody said you look good, you know they ass is lying. People can smell that shit from a mile away. Like if you're gonna hand out compliments, be genuine. Like another thing you could do is just say hi. Just say hi to somebody. Like, hey, like if you go to the gym or at work, you could be like, just like, what's up? Like, how you doing? And just keep it pushing. And if they want to talk to you, then talk to them. But that's a kind of a big step. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully they're like an extrovert and kind of can carry the conversation. Because I feel like starting with a whole full blown conversation will stress you out. Like for real. Like it used to stress me out. I ain't gonna lie. Like you can giving out a compliment, saying hi, um, and also like talk to people, like start small talk. Just practice small talk. Even though small talk is like kind of bad and like kind of frowned upon, it's good for like building social confidence in the beginning. You know what I mean? It's like so talk to people who have to be nice to you. So like the cashier at the grocery store, they got no choice to be nice to your ass unless you're being rude, of course. Just be like, hey, what's up? Like, how you doing? How's your day? I was like, oh, good, whatever. Like, oh, has it been busy? Whatever, whatever. And they'll be like, you just talk to me. Just practice. Just look at it as practice. You know what I mean? Or the waitress, the waitress or the waiter at your favorite restaurant or something. Just talk to them. Like I said, they have no choice but to be nice to you, so that they're great people to practice with. All right, so and you just have to keep doing it. You want to like conversating and conversing with people is just like a muscle. You got to keep working it out. You can't just stop. You have to be consistent with it. So consistently start small. Like you're not just gonna run up in the fucking gym and lift 2,000 pounds. No, you gotta start with like five. Then you go 10. Then you go 15. Then you go to like y'all get what I'm saying. And honestly, the second thing is, and which honestly made it easier, is I started surrounding myself and talking to people with similar interests as me. Cause it's hard as hell talking to people with things you don't care about. Like, say you like video games and talking to somebody about sports, it's gonna be boring as hell. Or talking about somebody about science or something. You think I want to hear that shit? It's gonna make the experience even worse. So if you like books, go to like Barnes and Noble or go to like a book club or something. I don't know. Y'all got those. Like I like books, but I ain't going to Barnes. Anyways, like if you go to Barnes and Noble and see somebody looking at a book, you can ask them like, "Oh, like is that kind of the kind of books you're into? Whatever, whatever." And they'll be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, whatever, whatever." Like this is my favorite. I've been looking to get into it. My favorite book was such and such. And then you see how like the conversation can go left, right, middle, whatever. It's so much easier, and it's like that because you guys already have something in common. It's so much easier to talk to somebody with something in common already. Like if you have a common hobby, like you know what I mean. Like so, put yourself in it. Like first off, yeah, you got to get your ass out the house because, like I said, you're a professional homebody. You can't really talk to that many people like online. Online is horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Face to face interaction is the best type of interaction. All right. So get your ass out the house and go somewhere. And if you go to the park, say if you like dogs, go to the park, go to the dog park, and you go talk about dogs with the owners or something. Like, oh, what kind of dog is your dog? People love talking about their damn dogs. All right. So second thing, surround yourself with people with similar interests as you. It's gonna make the conversation so much so much easier. And I know like I be yapping a lot and I be like rambling. I don't even know where this conversation is or where this video is gonna be headed. Like my brain be moving like at 1,000 miles an hour. I be raw dogging these videos. I ain't gonna lie. All right, but the third thing is like self improvement, and a lot of people don't talk about this. Is you have to like be constantly improving yourself because naturally when you're working on yourself, you're naturally gonna become more confident, and when you're more confident, you carry yourself differently. You just don't give a fuck, and that really like shows up like kind of in conversation because you know when you're talking to a confident person or not. You know what I mean? Like the confident people speak with conviction. They mean what they say and they don't care. You know what I mean? And you can be that person too. So like go to the gym, read books, learn social cues, learn all these things and just be a better overall person. Cuz like I said, you're just gonna be naturally a better communicator because when you're naturally more confident, you just naturally don't care. You don't because you're just gonna be talking to that person. You don't care if they like you or not. The conversation can go left, it can go right. It don't matter. Either way, you're still gonna be feel good about yourself, and that's what honestly you should strive to be. And I ain't perfect. I ain't gonna lie. Like I still work on myself every day. Like I'm not a perfect person, but I'm a lot more confident than I was before, especially when it comes to conversation. Like I genuinely don't give a fuck if somebody likes me or not. I really don't. So I just be talking to people just to talk sometimes. You know, and one of the main things about being a great conversationalist, and disclaimer, like I'm talking from all my experience and the things that I did. All right, like I'm not no scientist, I ain't psychologist or psychologist, I ain't none of those things. All right, I'm speaking from my experience. God damn, I'm rambling. Holy, oh my god. Anyways, the main thing to be a good conversationalist is to become a great listener first. Because if you can't, you know what I'm saying? Because it's better to be. I read this in a book or saw it from a video. I don't know. Y'all will probably figure it out. But it's better to be interested than interesting. Meaning, like it's better to have somebody talk about themselves than you talk about yourself. Because be honest, like how annoying is it, and how like fun is it to to be in a conversation when somebody talks about themselves the whole time? Because that shit is ass. Like I don't like that person. You know what I'm saying? So ask questions about themselves or about the other person. So like say let's go back to the dog example. Or not the dog example, the book example from the Barnes and Noble. Like say you see the person in the aisle or whatever, and you ask them what their favorite book is. Say they like I don't know. What's a popular The Alchemist. Like, "Oh, do you really like novels?" I was like, "Yeah, I love novels. Like I read such and such and such." And they'll just keep talking and they'll just keep leaving breadcrumbs to keep hooking you into the conversation. Like, you know what I mean? And like the more and more questions you ask them, the more and more they're gonna like you. But like I said in the beginning too, like it has to be genuine. Like it has to be. You don't want to just be talking to him because then they're gonna sense like you're trying to get something out of him. It's gonna be transactional. Y'all get what I'm saying? So like become a great listener, like and actually genuinely listen, like completely focus on what they're saying because they're gonna be leaving breadcrumbs on what to talk about. Y'all know what I mean? And most importantly, like y'all can read all the books, watch all the videos, but if you don't put it all into practice, it ain't gonna matter. It ain't gonna mean shit. You gotta put yourself out there and like talk to people. Cause at the end of the day, experience is the best teacher. And it's gonna suck ass. It's gonna suck ass at first when you go first talk to some or when you first go talk to somebody. Like 100%. Like you're gonna suck for who knows how long. But nobody's really good at anything. Well, I lied. Well, some people are just naturally talented. Like LeBron was born to play fucking basketball, all right? I'm not gonna lie. But for us introverts, we have to work on it. We really have to work on our social skills for real. So it's gonna be hard. Like I said, it's gonna be hard in the very beginning, but don't let that discourage you. You know what I mean? It's like it took a long time for me to get comfortable around people, and there's still times where like I don't want to talk to people. No, but I still do it anyways. So like really make it a goal like when you go outside to talk to one person. Make it your goal for every time you step outside, talk to one person. Small, like it doesn't have to be no crazy conversation. It could like I said in the beginning, just start small. Just start with that one compliment. All right, and then build up to one small talk. And then one build it up to one full blown conversation. Every single time, just build it up. Just like I said, it's like at the gym. You gotta lift progressively. Y'all know what I mean? And yeah, like I did all these things and it's made me a lot better. And I still do all these things. Like I still make it a habit to go talk to at least one stranger every time I go outside, no matter what. And if I don't, I feel like I failed. Like I definitely, like I said, I'm not no psychologist or no doctor or nothing. All right. I'm not no professional, but these are the things that I did that helped me work with my social anxiety and how I became more social. And maybe hopefully these can help you too. And I'll see y'all in the next video. All right.